What's up, guys? Jackrippzz back here with another video. I got the whole webcam effect going on here. So I got the room rearranged and something setting up on top of the computer desk here. So hopefully this video turns out okay. It's kind of late. Everybody's starting to settle down and get ready to go to bed. Of course, you know, I'm probably going to watch a couple movies, a couple YouTube videos before I go to sleep. But anyways, this is my video for Horoscope 101. This week is Hitchcock week, and although I'm quite ashamed to admit this, I only own one Hitchcock movie, and that's Psycho. But I decided that I'm not really going to discuss Psycho. I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I kind of came to the conclusion that, well, everybody and their brother has discussed Psycho, so can I really do it justice? Is my intellect and my knowledge of horror in depth enough to even go into the deep, dark areas of Psycho? Probably not. I mean, it's just probably not. Really, it's not. I wish it was, but, you know, I mean, if it wasn't for Psycho, we wouldn't have such great classics. You know, Halloween. I mean, it just led to so many great slashers. Of course, there were Italian giallos that were out well before Psycho came out. But Psycho gets a lot of the credit because it was the first mainstream big Hollywood hit in America that depicted some of the scenes and graphic violence. So, you know, it definitely paved the way for American filmmakers to, you know, go that route. Especially, I mean, you know, you get the touches from Halloween, from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just so many other movies. You know, nothing right now is just popping right into my head. You know, of course, I'm making a video, so my mind goes a little blank. But yeah, Psycho is just such a great movie. You know, it influenced so many other great horror movies. But anyways, I just want to talk about Hitchcock real quick. Me myself, I'm not as familiar with Alfred Hitchcock as I would like to be. Of course, I've seen pretty much the entire Hitchcock series, the television series. I've seen pretty much all of that. Of course, you know, I've seen classics, you know, like North by Northwest and Psycho and Jamaican Inn. And but there's a lot of movies out there by Hitchcock that I have not seen that I would really love to see. Rope is one of those movies of James, DVD collector, 1974. You know, he does his Hitchcock segment every week on his channel. If you guys haven't checked that out, please go over to his channel, subscribe to the guy. He's just now over 1,000 subscribers, which is unreal. But you know, the stuff he does with his channel takes a lot of dedication. And one of the things, like I said before, is Hitchcock, and he covers. I don't know if he's made it all the way through. I haven't watched the channel in probably about a week or two, maybe a little longer. Had a lot going on. I'm just now getting caught up on everybody's YouTube channels. But yeah, I mean, he's going through the entire box set. I think there's 15 films in the box set, maybe 14 if he's got the UK one. I can't remember which one he has. But he's going film by film and doing just a quick little review of the movies that's in that box set. But yeah, I definitely want to get more familiar with Hitchcock. There's a lot of his films, like I said before, that I have a very high interest in watching. But, of course, it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I actually started sitting down and watching black and white movies. I just always shied away from them. You know, my grandmother always watched black and white horror movies and thrillers, and just a lot of the good old classics, and they just turned me off. I'm not sure why. I guess I got a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and noticed that black and white cinema is just it's the same cinema as, you know, color cinema or anything else. It's just, I guess when you're younger, it's a lot harder to appreciate black and white film and the classics. But you know, North by Northwest is a great Hitchcock movie. Psycho, of course, to me is Hitchcock at his best. I really do want to see Rope. I don't know what it is about that movie. Something about it just intrigues me. Of course, I've seen Dial M for Murder. That's a great movie by Hitchcock. But I definitely want to see, what is that, Rear Window? I definitely want to check that one out. I have not seen that one. There's a few more I haven't seen that I really want to, you know, dive into, but I just haven't picked up the Blu-ray box set. And now that I know they're out on Blu-ray and that the picture quality is great, you know, I'd much rather wait and spend the extra bit of money to get the Blu-ray box set, you know, instead of having to buy some, you know, cheap. Because don't get me wrong, folks, if you can get 20 or 30 Hitchcock movies for $1.95 or $2 or $3, then yeah, by all means, if that's what you want to do, go for it. But I'd rather, spend the extra amount of money and get the great quality of the classic movies than get the pictures, shitty quality that's on these cheap Alfred Hitchcock box sets that you see at Walmart. I just rather would not go that route. But that's just me. I'll wait on something for a long time before I get a good price on it before I buy it. I will sacrifice the time I miss out seeing stuff just to get a good deal on something and get it the way I want it. Just like I have a hard time reviewing movies I don't own. If I don't own a movie, I really don't care to watch it or review it. I'd rather own it in my own collection and watch it. It's just something to do with my experience with my movies. Just one of those weird little pet peeves, I guess. But anyways, back on to Hitchcock. Yeah, I definitely want to check out more of Hitchcock's films. I was kind of nervous coming up on this week because I'm not the biggest Hitchcock enthusiast. Of course, the newer movie Hitchcock with Anthony Hopkins playing Hitchcock, I did love that movie. My wife actually loved that movie as well. It was a great movie all around. The acting was superb. The depiction of what Hitchcock was going through, the little midlife crisis leading up to him making Psycho, to me was spot on to the things that I've read and have heard about. But yeah, I really want to get more familiar with Hitchcock, so that's going to be my goal this year. I'm going to pick up a lot more Hitchcock movies, and I'm going to watch them, and I'm going to review them on my channel, and hopefully on the horoscope. So definitely you guys stay tuned for that. I do apologize. I really don't want to just go over Psycho, because if you're watching the horoscope, you already know about Psycho. I mean, you have to watch it. I mean, you can't get any better than Psycho, in my opinion. Of course, I'm sure James will disagree, but I think Psycho is Hitchcock's greatest movie. I really do. But of course, I haven't seen all of Hitchcock movies, so I really can't say that. But it's right up my alley. It's got the thriller, it's got the horror, it's got the suspense, it's got everything you want. And Anthony Perkins in this movie just does an amazing job as Norman Bates. I have read the Psycho book, and the book is a whole lot different than the movie. I'll just put it at that. There's a lot of things in the movie that, if they were to translate directly over into the film, it wouldn't have worked. But Hitchcock definitely took the key points throughout the book and the key principle of the book and definitely depicted it well on the screen. With, of course, adding his own style and twist and flavor to it, and leaving a lot of the more sexual tones that's in the book between Norman and his mom. He left that kind of out of the film. You do get the vibe throughout the movie, of course, but it's not as heavy as it is in the book. The book is a quick read. It's a very small paperback book. It's not very thick. I think it's well less than 200 pages. I want to say it's around about 150, but I could be wrong on that. But it was a quick read. It was a good read. But I do enjoy the movie better, just because it took me years to watch this movie. I had seen the shitty-ass remake. And I love Vince Vaughn. I think he's just the perfect douchebag. But I hated seeing him in Psycho. I didn't get that. I saw the remake before I saw the original, and something about the remake just rubbed me the wrong way. It's not a bad movie, but yeah, it's a pretty shitty movie. But I mean, why would you go and remake a movie and do it line for line, scene for scene? Is there really a fucking point in doing that? I don't understand. It's like, okay, I'm gonna remake A Nightmare on Elm Street, but I'm gonna get Robert Englund to play Freddy. I'm gonna get Heather Langenkamp to play. I mean, it just wouldn't make sense to do that. I'm gonna get all these characters back, and I'm gonna use the same script, and I'm gonna set the scenes up exactly the same, and we're gonna play it that way. It doesn't make sense to me. And that's exactly what they did with the Psycho remake. So I highly suggest staying away from that movie. It definitely wasn't for me, but to each their own. But back to Hitchcock. I feel like I'm kind of scattered right now, but yeah, I just don't have a lot to go on for this week, guys. I wish I had more Hitchcock movies, but like I said, I'm just so picky about what I buy and the quality of what I buy that I don't want my first experience with Hitchcock movies, or not my first experience, but my first experience with some of his classics, I don't want them to be on, shitty picture quality. So, if I gotta wait until I get the money up to buy the Blu-ray box set, I don't have a problem waiting. And, you know, and unfortunately, the only thing, well, not unfortunately, because I'm very fortunate to own Psycho, especially since now it's out of print. You know, I was going to cover it, but I really don't see the point because I can't do it justice. But, you know, it's a very influential movie. It paid, like I said, it paved the way for a lot of films. But basically, that's it for me this week, guys. I'm sorry once again. I know this video's coming out a little late, but we had our hands full today at work and when I got home. So, but yeah, maybe next time when we do Hitchcock Week and we all flip-flop films, I'll be a whole lot more prepared. That's about all I can really say, guys. You know, I wish there was more I could say. I wish I could sit in front of the camera this time and just be as fluent and, you know, and tell you just every little detail about Hitchcock and Psycho and every other one of his movies. And I wish I could show off a huge Psycho or Hitchcock collection, but I can't do that because I don't have one. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But yeah, if you guys have not checked out Psycho, definitely check it out. And check out anything Hitchcock's name's attached to, because it's definitely worthwhile. You know, it's a part of cinematic history. So definitely check it out. But I hope this video is sufficient for you guys. Next week's video will be a lot better, I'll assure you, because it's something that I know a lot about. So with that being said, this is Jack Rips. Peace, guys.